This is the V214 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, the most luxurious, the most expensive E-Class yet. So let's quickly talk about it. Now across the front you have a slightly different design of the face. You have these different headlights. You have a 3D star emblem pattern for the grille as well. I'm personally not a big fan of it, but you might like the sort of loud nature of it. One thing to note is that this new E-Class does not get like a launch edition or an AMG line edition. It doesn't get a first edition, which a lot of Mercedes-Benz cars in India have had in the past. This is the spec that the car will launch in, so slightly more subtle and a little more elegant sort of a face to it. Now down the side you have 18-inch rims, which are the same size as the BMW 5 Series, but while they look tiny on the 5 Series, they actually look all right here, and I think that's down to the slightly smart design of the wheels. Now this of course is the long wheelbase E-Class. Like with the previous generation, the only right-hand drive long wheelbase E-Class in the world. It is actually even longer and even taller than the previous gen E-Class, so both knee room and headroom should be even better than before. Now at the back, you again have different taillights. These have a star emblem as well. As if there weren't enough Mercedes-Benz logos on the front, you won't really be mistaking this for anything other than an E-Class from the rear as well. But the real party tricks, they're on the inside. So let's quickly hop in. Now, of course, when you're speaking about the interior of an E-Class, you need to start by sitting in the back here. Now, you get 36 degrees of electronically reclining rear seats, which the BMW 5 Series does not have. You also get these electronic sun blinds, which are great. They just keep you so shut away from the outside world, and it's quite an underrated feature. You also have this tiny sun blind here for the rear quarter glass, so no one can even peep through from there, which is a really neat detail. You get this central armrest that you can of course flip up and have a third seat in the back here, but this has a wireless charging pad as well. Then you have these really soft pillows. You have 4-zone climate control. At the touch of a button here, you can adjust the position of the front seat. So if your driver is driving you around, you can move this completely out of the way and then really stretch out in the back here. You also get your very own sunroof. This is not open, but it's still just a nice glass area. It's not a single panoramic roof. This is a fantastic place to be. The quality is great. It just feels like luxury and opulence. But there is also some stuff to talk about in the front, including a selfie camera. So let's quickly go there. Okay, now the centerpiece of the front section of the E-Class is this MBUX Super Screen setup, which means you get a passenger display, a central display, and a separate digital driver's display as well. This is now running the latest MBUX system, so you get cool stuff like something called routines, where you can set up a condition for the car to sort of meet and then a task for the car to do. For example, you can say that if the outside temperature exceeds 30 degrees Celsius, the AC is set to low completely and the fan is on full. You can have stuff like that. You can have stuff like, let's say, when you get home or when you're near your house area, you can set location-based things to switch on your headlights or turn the ambient lighting to red or whatever you want. It's basically a really cool system. You also have something called a selfie camera here in the new MBUX screen. So you go into apps, you go into camera, and you can actually take a picture or even record a video, which is exactly what I've done. And if the car is stationary, you can even take your Microsoft Teams video calls for work in the car itself, which is, I don't know if I'm business enough to sort of appreciate that as a feature, but it is cool to have for sure. Aside from that, quality of course is fantastic. You have open pore wood here, much better than piano black, leather everywhere, soft pillows. I know most of your time is going to be spent in the back seat, but in the off chance that you're here in the front, it's a great place to be. Now finally, let's talk about what's under the hood of the E-Class. There's two engine options, an E200 petrol, which makes 204 horsepower and gets a 25-23 horsepower electric assist. You also get an E220 diesel, which this one is, which makes 197 horsepower and gets the same electric assist as well. The E350D of old though is now gone. Now this new E-Class is going to be launching very soon, maybe in the next few weeks. It is going to get a slight bump in price as compared to the outgoing E-Class because of all the equipment that's on it and plus the longer size and stuff like that. If you have any guesses on what price this is going to be launched at, let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next PowerDrift Quickies. Thank you for watching.